Unlock the art of persuasion. How to become a charismatic and trustworthy communicator. My name is Job Baltes and welcome to this new video. I am on a mission to help as many people as possible to express themselves. That is why I make all my videos. That is why I am engaged in social media in the first place. That is why I am writing my articles, to document my journey and provide as much value as possible. Since the moment I started my entrepreneurial journey, that's about 9 months ago right now, my growth curve, and then especially my personal growth curve, went through the roof. I read more than I ever did, I reflected more than I ever did, and I listened way and way better than I ever did. The word understanding has a complete new meaning in my life. I think the word understand and understanding is right now one of the most important words in my life. And that is why we are gonna talk about things that I learned so far in sales and my whole entrepreneurial journey. We are gonna talk about selling and non-selling, why people buy, and the importance of a persona. Just to begin with a statement. Everything is sales. You're always buying or selling something. No matter what. Are you arguing? You're selling your opinion. Are you teaching? You're selling your knowledge. Is someone explaining something to you and you agree? You're buying their knowledge. Almost everything is sales. Why do you think we have the sentence, "I don't buy it," when you're not believing something? And therefore, you can categorize sales in two categories. Traditional sales and non-selling sales. Traditional sales. In traditional sales, you are selling something you can buy. It could come in different forms, like a video, a newsletter, or just a conversation. Its purpose is to engage you in buying a product or service. Then you have non-selling sales. Non-selling sales is persuading, influencing, and convincing others in a way that does not involve anyone making a purchase. You are selling them on an idea or a certain perspective or a story you want to tell or that you want them to believe. Teaching is non-selling sales. A nurse is a non-selling salesperson. That nurse has to sell him or herself to the patient that he or she is competent on nursing that person. A police officer is a non-selling salesperson. If you work with people and need to communicate in some type of way, but do not directly sell things, you are in a non-selling sales role. The rules you have to follow in your function are sold to you when you sign an agreement to work for someone. The knowledge or service that you share with someone is in that way the thing you're selling, because you need to communicate it. So you're a person who is bounded to a function that needs to communicate. That sounds, in my personal belief, a lot like sales. Sales is just advanced communication. When I am teaching theater for the students who watch, I always say everything is theater. And that is also true. Theater is for me the way of doing things, for me and my background in theater, of course. And sales is the intention behind what you're doing. So the way of having the conversation could be in a theater play, but the intention of that conversation and why you are having that conversation and the techniques used in that conversation is all part of sales. So for every salesperson that's listening, get a theater class. And for every theater person that's listening right now, take a deeper dive into sales. It's both darn interesting and fun. But for the clarity of this video, we stick to the point. Everything is sales. Non-selling or direct sales. Why people buy. People have mainly 3 reasons for buying a product, service, or a story in direct or non-selling sales. Confidence in the person they buy from. Interests. It must speak to their imagination and interests. Motive. The buyer must have a logical motive to buy. How you trigger those 3 reasons is by creating a gap between the situation of where they are now, their point A, and where they want to be, their point B. The bigger the gap, the easier they will buy, because your product, service, story, or thing you're telling with selling or non-selling sales is the bridge to fill up that gap. For example, You're selling in direct sales gym coaching offer. The place where they are now is that they're not happy with their body or something like that, whatever their current situation is. They're overweight or something like that. The desired situation is the body they want to have, like being more fit. They want to look in the mirror and feel happy or proud of how they're looking, of the way their body looks. Well, there's the gap to fill there. Their body now, where they're not happy, and the body they want, where they're happy. You are the bridge between that gap by selling your gym coaching offer. So with this gym coaching offer, you can get to point B, the body and weight that you want, so you can be and feel more fit. When you try to fill up that gap, you are selling. You are selling through mirroring the person and asking questions. If you know the gap and their current situation, their desired situation, you work with 2 of the 3 components. Interest, why they want it, their desired situation. Motive, your way of getting there, the gym coaching. The third reason, confidence, is a bit harder to get because that's based upon your way of communicating with that person, like mirroring their voice, mirroring their tonality, mirroring the way they be to bond a bit more. The confidence in how you say things. Are you saying it in an insecure way, what you're selling? Or do you say it with confidence on itself? How confident do you lead them from point A to point B with your product? Are you trustworthy? Are you on the same page with the person you are talking with? In non-selling sales, it's kind of the same way. The knowledge the person you're talking to has is their current situation. And the feeling or insight you give them at the end with the conversation they're having with you is their desired situation. I mean, in the end, people just want to feel good. Do they feel good after a conversation with you? Or do they think, oh man, life sucks? Through questions and listening, you can make the knowledge you give or the belief you let them experience be their why they're listening. If they have a why, they have a logical motive to buy what you're saying. Asking questions, listening, and making it about them is your way of getting their interests. Speak to their imagination with your questions. How would that look like? Can you describe to me what they would do in that situation? How would you feel about that? And the third reason, confidence, is the same as before. Are you likable? Are you trustworthy? Do you believe what you're saying and do they believe what you're saying? If you do not even believe yourself what you're saying, why would they believe it? That would lead or can lead to a lack of confidence in you, why people will not buy from you in non-selling sales or in direct sales. The importance of your persona. If you want to sell your way through life, to live and communicate more effectively, you need to know yourself. You get to know yourself way better by reflecting on what you experience, not by looking at others and compare or complain about what could have been or how it should be. Look at yourself first. You are responsible for the life that you live. If you're selling your way through life, it's up to you if you're selling or being sold in selling or non-selling sales. You want to be able to negotiate with a minimum amount of friction between yourself and others. So take your responsibility, clear your judgment. Any fool can criticize, condemn, or complain, and most fools do, but it takes self-control to be understanding and forgiving. Create showmanship. Gain more control over your voice, your tonality, the possibilities of your body and your body language, and on how you present yourself in a room. I gained more control over my voice through the singing classes I had in theater school, the one that I did finish. I had a lot of dancing classes and did a lot of yoga, which helped me to gain more control over my body and my posture. Just saying, 55% of your communication consists of facial and body expression. 55. 38% of your communication consists of tonality and the intention behind it. And only 7% consists of the actual words you're saying. So showmanship is an important one. Know that it is a process to create it. I am still working on all my skills, and I always will be working on all my skills. Making mistakes is part of the journey. Get rejected a lot. Make a lot of mistakes, because that is how you grow. It's not personal, it's just part of the journey, so don't take it personal. It is just a process. During my first sales call, I was shaking and stumbling over my words. I was sweaty. Now I pick up the phone and just go for it. Get used to being uncomfortable and make being uncomfortable seem effortless. Now I laugh and value of the moment that I was really incompetent to just call somebody and that I was so shaky and sweaty during that first call. That's it for this video. If you don't want to wait for the next video, you can click the link down below for my article called The Trade of a Lifetime and the learnings that came with it. I go more in depth about everything that I learned from investing in the stock market. Else I would say like, subscribe, and of course check out the article down below and all the other links to my social media. Ciao!